Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. This hour's keyword for the golden ticket is clarity. CLARITY to 312-967-8300. If you haven't texted it yet, do that, but you have till 9:30. A new keyword coming up then every hour this week, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, and 9:30. And time is running out to win the golden ticket. You have to be here at the bottom of the hour, every hour, to get that keyword. Once again, it's clarity. CLARITY, 312-967-8300. Music, entertainment news, and we start off very sad, as we did earlier in the show, talking about the tragic death of very young Hayden Panettiere. And here's the audio from Entertainment Tonight talking about this tragic, sad situation today.
I've been through the ringer, and I'm fiercely, like, people who know me know how fiercely protective I am of the people I love. And the question has been from my friends, like, why are you not as protective of yourself as you are of everybody else? And I sit there and go, I mean, you're right. I don't know. I guess I was just not taught to do that.
Hayden Panettiere, the child actress who found adult success with Heroes, Scream, and Nashville, is dead at 36. Her rep confirming the news in a statement first reported by ABC News. It is with profound sadness that we share the tragic passing of our beloved Hayden. She was an incredible light and a force of nature who brought immeasurable love and joy to all who knew her and to the millions who watched her on screen.
Truly shocking. She was only 36 years old. Her brother died at the age of 28 just a few years ago of a really...
those poor parents.
Yeah,
it really is heartbreaking.
Lost both their kids. And, there was no cause of death out this morning. Lately now, in the last hour, there's been a 911 call released where it's basically between the paramedic and the hospital saying she was in cardiac arrest caused by an overdose. Again, that's alleged. That's very early information. She did say she was complaining about back pain, her friends, over the last year. Maybe she was taking some kind of medication for that. But again, really sad situation. My wife loved the show Nashville. I loved Remember the Titans, where she was Coach Yost's daughter, who kind of stole the movie in the scene she was in when she was just a very young girl. Case will be watching Remember the Titans now this week for that, a movie people have been calling for anyway, and it kind of gets us there. She was also Heroes, a lot of our audience, big fans of the TV show Heroes. She voiced in A Bug's Life and Scream movies, and Kenzie loved her in the Bring It On reboots. Mm-hmm. So just a really sad situation all the way around. Gone way too soon. Hayden Panettiere. So let's move on to something a little more enjoyable. And this comes from Kenzie last week. This built up all week long of Kenzie being a monstrous Lord of the Rings fan and finding out that the Fan Expo, all 4 Hobbits, maybe I have you describe this better than I can, Kenzie, but they were all there at the Fan Expo in Rosemont, and the picture you got is the best picture I've ever seen of anybody getting celebrity pictures.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Brian.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
So yeah, it was the 4 main hobbits. Like, obviously there's other hobbits, but it was the 4 main hobbits from the Lord of the Rings movie. So we're talking Frodo, icon, Samwise, hero, Merry and Pippin, national treasures. Okay, so that's who was going to be in the picture. I saw this. I freaked out. A listener actually texted in about them being there. I did not know. It was my first time at Fan Expo. It's not something that I kept a pulse on, which has obviously been a massive mistake in my life. I can't imagine what else I've missed.
Boy, regret's a tough one.
Let me tell you something. These were my people. This is where we should be doing a live broadcast. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you the amount of listeners that I ran into. It might have all been Twisted Christmas. It was insane how many listeners were there who didn't even realize that we were going. They're like, hey, wait a minute. I feel like I recognize you. I recognize your voice. But it was in such a cool environment. Some of them were even working the booths, and our artists or their wives and spouses were artists, and they were working them. It was so fun to interact with everybody that way. So many amazing artists were there. Food vendors were there. I got a great coffee, one of the best I had ever had while I was there, from the Emerald Cup. They're a local business owner. They were aware of our show. But it was so cool. There was so much. So I wanted to get there very early.
Can we slow down for a second, Kenzie?
Okay.
I have questions. I'm sure Brian does as well.
Sorry, I'm so excited.
That's good. I feel it. I feel it in the picture. I feel everything. It's the greatest picture I've ever seen. Sean Astin, Rudy's in that picture. I couldn't believe it. So the journey to get there was paying for a ticket and then paying for this picture.
Yes.
Which the picture cost $300 and some. Is that right?
Yes. Total, I spent with tax, $366.59 on the picture. This is journalism. This is open dialogue. Now that you do have to get a ticket to the Fan Expo still, so it does not include your Fan Expo ticket.
Right. Now, is this picture, because it's a glorious picture and the money spent, is it going to be blown up into about a 7 to 10 foot mural and be put in your living room?
I told my husband I wanted it on the mantle.
It should be.
Currently, he has a lot of stuff remembering his father there, which I'm fine with. But
you can push that aside.
He can scoot over a little bit. I mean, he doesn't need the whole mantle.
Well, here comes the Hobbits.
Yeah, but it's me with the Hobbits. You have to understand how that's equally important. You have to.
If this is not in the biggest frame available by the end of the week, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Yes, I did pay a slightly extra, $15 extra to get the JPEG. So the initial picture only comes with a printed out picture. And then for $15 extra, you get the JPEG, which I thought was super important when it comes to being able to post, print in the future. Like, what if I get home and my baby steps on this thing? Like, it was just important, okay?
That's a super cheap add-on, just $15 for the JPEG.
Well, there were so many add-ons that you could do that I didn't. So many.
Like?
I took the bottom tier. Well, you could get more prints. You could get framing. There was a VIP line, which I'm like, I don't really get it because we're already getting a pic. What do you do? Make out with them? Like, what's the VIP line? I was like, wait a minute. What do they get to do?
Sean Astin's like, here she comes.
I'm like, what the hell?
Kenzie, great to see you.
Yeah. We get motorboat about that? Like, what's the deal?
Kenzie's making out with Sean Astin. Somebody in the line like me would go, Rudy.
So I don't really know. I don't know what I missed there. I'm a little upset about it.
I think you did all the right transactions and upsells.
Okay, thank you.
So before we get to the Hobbit photo, which is on Q101's Facebook and Instagram, Kenzie on your Instagram,
yes,
which I'll give a little pluggaroo to, Kenzie K on air.
Thank you.
I'm a fan. There's a video of you going around the Fan Expo that I think I've watched 7 times now. I just can't get enough of the childlike wonder in your eyes as you're going around this place. What you spent $300-something on the photo.
Yeah.
I see video clips of you with a sword. I definitely see you buying something. I couldn't tell what it was. And then I see a video of you standing in front of a Lord of the Rings and a The Mummy t-shirt, which I know is your other favorite movie.
That was a good stand.
What did you buy there other than the photo?
Okay, so obviously bought the photo. I already owned an Even Star necklace, so I didn't buy one of those. Obviously, I already had my Lord of the Rings necklace, so I did peer at some of the more real jewelry that they had that was very expensive and nicer than the ones that I had that were cosplay. I bought a Mummy shirt, and I bought...
you bought the Mummy shirt that you can see in the video?
Yes, I bought the Mummy shirt. I bought a Lord of the Rings shirt. I bought some press-on nails because there's a lot of artists there, so they did these really cool, like, kind of like almost whimsical fairy tale nails that I was super interested in. There's this Dawn, who I love, who's an artist there, and she does these really gorgeous sketches. Like, they're all just hot. Like, I want to look like them, like women, but as characters. So I bought a couple of her Halloween sketches to frame and put around my house.
Wait a minute. So this weekend's now, are we at a grand right now? Yeah. What are you at for this weekend?
I don't know. I blacked out, man. I
need to see the credit card statement.
I was so happy. They have so many cool vendors. Like, my husband, who really just went as moral support, this isn't like his bag the way it is mine, still was enjoying. They have some very cool, like, autograph books. They had a Three's Company framed thing where every cast member had autographed it. And I had to get him out of there because it's $1,800. He goes, do you think I could get it for $15? I go, yeah, but no. I would imagine they take $15. Get out of here.
It sounds like you spent that anyway.
Yeah, but on like smaller things.
Fun stuff.
He was allowed to get other things.
So I got to ask, when you get up there to take the picture with the Hobbits.
Okay, so what happened was I walked around for a good hour and a half.
Okay.
I get my coffee, and I'm like, I would like to get in line because I've never done this before. I don't know. Can you wait in 2-hour line? I don't know how many they sell. right? I know that they can sell out, but I don't know if this is a limited experience or if it's like we kind of just keep selling the tickets and you'll wait a few hours. So I'm like, how about we go get in line? It's 30 minutes until gates open for the photo. So we go upstairs. I'm one of the first in line, which I'm very excited about. It was a little bit of a Mad Max dash because they keep like the lines closed and your line is TBD to be announced. And they'll be like, the Lord of the Rings fan picture line's officially open. It's going to be line 2. And people will like go. They haul ass. And I'm like, wait a minute. I was here before you. Hold on.
I have short legs.
I thought we were going to be respectful. Okay. So I get in line, one of the first. I wait about 30 minutes. They keep it pushing pretty tight. But they were like, there's no props at all, because some people like to bring like swords and stuff. No autographs.
Why do you think they have the no props rule?
I think that it's in an effort because the props, I've seen them do Lord of the Rings props before, and a lot of people were dressed up, like Saruman was there and like all that action, and I know that they like to have like their staffs and their swords, and there was a lot of that going on. And I think it's in an effort to keep it moving because people want to pose the object, and then also because I think it leads to people trying to sneak in an autograph. So if you come in with nothing, because there is different lines for autographs, okay?
Gotcha.
They got to keep, and I actually appreciate that because you do want to keep it moving because you don't want to wait 2 hours for the photo.
Also,
so I actually appreciate that.
It's a safety thing.
Probably, but there's a lot of swords for sale in this venue.
Yep.
So I don't know if that's a safety thing.
But I don't think they'll let you take a sword up on the stage with, like, let's say Sean Astin up there.
Right.
If I was Sean
Safety,
Astin,
right.
I would say, like, no swords. I'll take any
But even
picture
like
you want.
staff. So I do think it would lead to people being like, I got this and it's a rough. It leads to stories. It leads to all sorts of stuff. And they do got to keep it pushing. And I get that. These are lines people are interested in being in.
So you get up on stage.
So I get up and like, no, it's all curtained. So that way you can't walk by and see them.
Oh.
Because the VIP line, who knows what they're doing back there?
I don't know.
I got to get in that line. I don't know what you get to do with the Hobbits in that line. I got to figure it out. But everything's curtained off, so you can't walk by and snag a video of them like walking by.
Smart.
Right, because then people would just be like selfie and they're in the background, and I'm like, I just spent $400. Wait a minute, get out of my picture. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't see them till I get around the corner, and I'm basically next. Okay, so you have to set everything down. You have to set your phone down and everything because they don't trust you. And so I get up there and they're moving people. So they're like, next. And I get up there and I go, I know you're very busy, but I love you all so much. And Elijah would give me the biggest hug in the world. And I was just like, oh my God. I was just like giddy and then Mary and Pippin like high-fived me and Elijah would hug me and we just all got a big group picture and it was amazing because people did not have time to interact. So I kept it very snippy, but I got the message across and I got a hug because of it. So I was so excited. I was freaking out excited. It was awesome.
The picture looks great. The picture is, like I said, it's one of the best pictures. You try to get a picture with someone you admire, and it does, especially with 4 other people, and a lot of times it doesn't look, someone's not looking right. Someone looks off. It looks like it was a staged, perfectly done, like picture for a movie coming out.
It looks like a movie poster, like you're the 5th Hobbit.
Yeah, and you're the star.
I'm so into that.
Yeah.
I want to be the 5th Hobbit.
So we know how excited you were in the lead up, but in the aftermath, when you walk away, did it live up to the expectation? Did it live up to the money? Did it live up to the hype? How are you feeling?
I felt amazing. It did. It was worth it. Boy, do I have no regrets. I enjoyed the expo so much. 2, I enjoyed my interaction so much. I thought the staff was awesome about it. Like, even they weren't like mean, like, put your phone away. Like, they were not on people like that. It was all said super respectful. Everyone was really nice. Honestly, like, I couldn't believe how nice all 4 of them were. Even though they had to keep it pushing, like, even to take the time to, like, give me that quick hug and everyone was happy. Sometimes you do that stuff and they seem annoyed or they seem like they don't want to be there. And none of them gave that energy. And thank God, because I think I would have been devastated. And I was just so ecstatic. It was so awesome.
This is a lesson, and I know, listen, money is tight, and money, more than ever, money is tight. But you can't trade an experience for money that's lost. And that was a lot of money lost by Kenzie over the weekend. But you can't trade that. You have it forever.
A lot of money lost.
Tons of money lost.
It was, but I did feel like that. I honestly did have this is a kind of like a bucket list item. You don't know, and like I don't even mean to put a tragic spin on it, but you try to do that and like tragedies happen or people decide to stop going on those tours because they are exhausting, right? Like people can retire or,
just not do it again.
Anymore. Yeah, not do it anymore. And it's like, luckily they're not sick of it yet. Thank God. And I was able to do this. But if you have something that you're that big of a fan of, like taking advantage of it, it's so cool.
Well, Kristen in Plainfield has regrets. Kristen checked in from Plainfield and said, I had tickets to see Elijah Wood DJ at Radius on Saturday. I regret She says, I regret not going.
Kenzie,
F, you didn't give me your tickets?
she had tickets to see him
didn't
DJ.
Use them?
Kristen in Plainfield, those tickets went to waste.
I don't need this negative energy. You're black, Kristen.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
What are you taking away from today's show with Brian and Kenzie on Q101? Texting your takeaway right now, 312-967-8300. What was memorable to you on today's show? Send in your takeaway. And do that now because in about 4 minutes, we'll have a new keyword to text in for the golden ticket, your chance at the B-52s in Devo, in Tinley Park, and the golden ticket. So all that is on the way in minutes.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, Cubs Sox tonight, but let's not move past the weekend that the White Sox had. They pulled off their first series sweep since last month's All-Star game. Over the weekend, it couldn't have come at a better time. The Southsiders rolled into Detroit with only a few games separating them and the Tigers for the lead in the AL Central. So Friday, the Sox fell behind early, but a 5-run fourth inning, highlighted by the go-ahead home run by Munetaka Murakami, gave the lead that they never let go. And here's what that sounded like.
With his 3-0, high in the air to right field. McKinstry looking up, back it goes. Show me the Mooney! Murakami with the greenest of green lights on a 3-0 count. And the White Sox retake the lead here in Detroit.
It's so quiet there because it's in Detroit. I wonder if he's yelling that and you can hear it outside the press box. Like people go, what's that guy yelling at up there? so wild.
It just gets you emotional.
I do. I love it. Excuse me. On Saturday, the team turned to veteran Andrew Benintendi to push the team ahead with a clutch RBI in the 7th. And then once again, push the Sox past the surging Tigers. I'm going to the game, though. I'm getting a little emotional.
You're getting emotional over, you love a good catchphrase, and Show Me the Moon has really skyrocketed up your favorite catchphrases of all time.
I like Southside Samurai. I guess that's not going to go. That's not going to
go. Why don't you take one more sip of your Coke? Let's reset here before we continue with the rest of it.
Okay, here we go. Motorboat to get my voice back here.
There you go.
The Sox once again turned into late heroic Sunday's finale yesterday to secure the sweep. Just like on Saturday, the 7th inning proved to be the pivotal turning point, this time with Munetaka Murakami once again coming through with the go-ahead home run to push the Sox ahead as he does it again over the weekend. Stellar.
News is to alert people in situations like that. Murakami sends this one deep in the air. Back it goes! Murakami with a moonshot in Detroit.
There you go. First time since 2022 that the Sox have swept the Tigers in Detroit. The series sweeps gives the Sox their biggest division lead of the year. Perfect timing. 5.5 games over the Tigers with the Twins and Guardians right there. Boy, that's a war in the AL Central right now, but 5.5 games up is glorious. Sox now head north side where they'll look to dominate just like they did earlier this season when they took 2 or 3 from the Cubs. I'm a Cubs fan. Kenzie's a Cubs fan. Case is a Sox fan. Well, just make sure that woman's not there to upset PCA. Since that woman yelled at him, but they yelled at each other, he's been on
They did a cute picture together at this game. That'd be fun.
I don't want anything interfering with PCA.
I want them looking at each other. We're both pointing.
Kenzie, what do you want from them?
They're like, they're pointing at each other. I want a cute picture.
You want her wearing the shirt.
Yes.
I want both of them like in each other's shirts. Like, I want to see this. It'd be hilarious. Mm-hmm. They both became this like iconic Chicago moment.
It sure did. And since then, like I said, it ruined PCA for about a month, and then he came back, and now he's on MVP level. Mm-hmm. So I don't know where she is.
So no hard feelings. Everybody won in their own way.
I guess so. She didn't get her statue on the South Side. She should get one.
Well, we're working on it.
She got interviewed everywhere. Like, she was loving it. Go off, girl. She made him bad for a month. Now he's better. He's happy. Everyone wins.
I don't want him bad anymore, though. He can't be bad for the rest of the year now.
We got a crunch time right now.
It's not. We can't have a down spin. Can't go downward. The Cubs, though, did lose 11-4 and lost the series to the Cardinals. Interesting moment, though, Saturday's game when, for the Cardinals, 23-year-old Joshua Baez fulfilled a promise to his late father, then makes history with the greatest MLB debut ever.
Kenzie, did you see this? This happened on the north side on Saturday. You know what happened?
No.
Well, she was at the Fan Expo.
Oh, that was Sunday. That was
Oh,
Sunday.
that was
she was
Sunday.
there.
Okay.
What happened
Gotcha.
Saturday? Maybe I did see it. Hold on.
So St. Louis, well, either you know or you don't.
But you may say it and I'll be like, oh, I heard my husband talking about that.
So St. Louis Cardinals outfielder Joshua Baez had arguably the best debut in baseball history at Wrigley. He went,
Oh, the home run thing?
yes, the home run
Yes.
thing. Yeah, yes.
I know about this.
Obsessed with home runs.
My husband told me about this.
He went 3 for 4 with 3 home runs, all at his first 3 at-bats, including a 449-foot blast to center field. It was the very first pitch he saw as a big leaguer, and arguably, again, the greatest debut of all time in Major League Baseball. So much so that the Cubs' hatred for the Cardinals, they still stood up and gave a standing ovation for him in the ballpark, which is very classy by the Cubs fans doing that. I was not in attendance. I don't know if I would have, but other people are better than me, and they did that for him. A great, great thing. 3 home runs. Let's see, he became just the second player since 1900 to homer in each of his first 2 career at-bats in one game, joining Bob Neiman of the St. Louis Browns in 1951. What a time. What a thing. I can't wait to be there tonight. If I see you, say hi, and maybe I'll buy you a beer, only if you're from Indiana, because they could use a beer right now with all the power outages. Also, sad news, we got a little bit of time here. Tommy John, former White Sox pitcher whose surgery changed baseball, died at 83. All you hear about is that Tommy John surgery that saves baseball's, their arms, these pitchers' arms. And I got to admit, I didn't know he was still alive.
It does seem like an old name and an old surgery.
He was 83, so he had a nice run there. And it's still sad and tragic that he passed away. But that disease, he pitched 7 seasons for the White Sox, the 1968 American League All-Star roster. He had an 82-80 record for the White Sox. So he was a good pitcher. And then had that, the issue where the surgery became his name on it, the Tommy John surgery. He attended Indiana State University, by the way. So very local guy, born in Terre Haute. Am I saying that right, Terre Haute, Case?
Yes, that's how you say it.
You were born just outside the region, I know.
Well, most people pronounce that wrong, so it was nice to hear somebody nail that.
He's born in Terre Haute. And also the Bears defeated the Browns 34-10 in preseason opener. Caleb Williams didn't play, but Tyson Bagent, boy, he looked good. And there you go. There's your sports. Let's get to the golden ticket.
Now is your chance to qualify for the golden ticket. Please don't text and drive. Standard message and data rates apply.
Q101.
All right, this will go from now till 10:30 when Lauren comes in. The golden ticket, a chance to go see the B-52s and Devo.
The news is to alert people.
Oh, boy, that's not the one I was looking for.
Okay.
Here it is.
There we go. Yeah, baby.
Yes.
Weekend.
Keep going.
Oh, I know it's going to change.
You don't know Whip It? The lyrics, anyway?
Break your mama's back. Keep up the time, keep up the game. Watch out for time to say hit it right.
This is your show, Kenzie. You got to be at this show. You should bring them on
Fun.
stage.
That's a good time.
Do you want to go together? I really want to go to this show.
Oh, do you really want to go?
I've never seen the B-52s. I'd really like to.
You never want to go to the shows I want to go to, or things, or restaurants.
Or spend time with you.
Yeah.
Can I give you an issue with this show for us?
Well, give the
What?
keyword and then give the issue.
Okay,
What?
the key word is lobster, like rock lobster, LOBSTER to 312-967-8300. Make sure you text that. You got plenty of time till 10 o'clock or 10:30. Lobster to 312-967-8300. Here's the rub, Kenzie. The show is at Tinley Park Thursday, September 17th. Now, what's the 18th?
I didn't know what we're going to do.
Come on, Kenzie.
Come
Oh,
on.
I didn't know what we're going to do.
September
Is that
18th.
Riot Fest weekend?
That's Riot Fest. So if you go to this show, by the time you get back from Tinley Park, it's almost an all-nighter to get up for this radio show. And then you got to go from this show to Riot Fest and spend all day at Riot Fest.
It is a bummer it's on the Riot Fest weekend.
Yeah, it's a little tight.
But that being said, I'll already be downtown on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at it like that.
So you won't go home. You'll just go to Tinley Park and then come downtown, you're saying.
Yeah, you can get a hotel, I guess, and spend the
No,
night.
I guess
yeah.
I'm saying that I'd just already be out. So I could go to Riot Fest to this show. Case will need a ride. So I'll just bring them. And then honestly, Case, because I'm not going to go to... I'm not going to go to Tinley Park back downtown to drop you off. But you can sleep over at my house because I have to go to Riot Fest the next day. So we'll just go together.
So get this, Case. She's going to pick you
We'll
up for the...
leave Riot.
She's going to drive downtown, pick you up from P-52s.
No, we'll already be at Riot. We're going to leave Riot together.
It's Thursday, so you won't be there. You have to pick
Oh, it's Thursday. I thought you said Friday.
No, it's Thursday. That's
Okay.
what I was saying.
It's the night before Riot Fest.
So you got to pull an all-nighter, then go
Okay,
to
so
Riot
you'll
Fest.
come over to my house after the show. We'll sleep over. We'll go into the morning show together, and then we'll just go to Riot Fest.
Here's what my hang-up is. Unrelated to anything Kenzie just said. I was
What?
looking at the White Sox schedule last night for a game to go to with my lady because she leaves for 2 weeks for a big trip this week, and we want to go to a regular season game before the playoffs start.
Yes.
I was targeting that night as the White Sox-Tigers game that I wanted to go to, or the Sugar reunion show at the Metro, which is also that night. All of a sudden, for as bad as I want to see the B-52s, I've never seen them before, that's now third place on my list of things to do Thursday, September 18th.
So you're going alone now, Kenzie, to
I
that
don't really want to
show.
go alone.
You should go alone.
I feel like I do everything alone.
You're
go to
married
this
with
alone.
children, and you feel like you do everything alone? Talk
Everything
to a
I
doctor.
want to do.
All
They're
right.
not, because I'm not gonna like everything that I'm interested in. Obviously, I bring them to their sports and all that.
Well, I don't know what to say.
I had a bit of a loss for words there.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I didn't mean to get into a therapy session.
Wait, so what are you doing instead?
Maybe a White Sox game, maybe a show at the Metro, maybe a Riot Fest after show at the Metro that night.
Yeah.
But why? You can go to a White Sox game anytime.
No, that's actually I was targeting that specific game.
But like, how about you just go this weekend? That's taken care of.
Okay.
Then you get the Metro show still,
Yeah,
which is a very
yeah.
big show.
You go to the Metro all the time.
I know. I'm going to the Metro on Thursday. I love going to the Metro. That's like my thing.
Just you're gonna go alone, Kenzie. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. The key word is lobster, as in rock lobster. LOBSTER, 312-967-8300. You have till 10:30 to get that in. When Lauren gets here, she'll continue that, as well as some Sublime on the way. We have Pierce the Veil coming up as too, so hang tight. That's all on the way. I'll see you at the Crosstown Classic tonight. Cubs Sox. Let's go, Cubs. Let's do this. Let's get to your takeaways right now before we get out of here. Case, what do you have?
Takeaway from Paul for Brian: the main food groups include meat, cheese, and barbecue.
It's good pyramid. Very good pyramid.
Short pyramid.
Just, yeah, short, little tiny pyramid.
That's why it's doable. Because
Yeah.
if it was too long and wordy, I'd be like,
Yeah, you can't do a long walk.
no.
The problem with that other food pyramid is there's so many food groups.
Oh, God,
You
it's
can't
just-
get all those in there.
I just glaze over and I can't read anything. I can't, nothing retains. Kenzie, what do you got?
Maddie's takeaway: if you get enough sleep, your body does the hamster wheel for you on the inside.
That's right. It does. Sleep is the most important thing. You can forget about lifting
Not
weights.
everyone knows that.
You can forget about lifting weights or eating right if you're not getting enough sleep. And I know we all are getting not enough sleep. That's the problem.
Ryan lost 5 pounds sleeping this weekend.
I did. 5 pounds. We'll see what happens today. When I get less going to the Cubs Sox game tonight and try to do the 999 challenge. All right, finally,
nice.
Joe checked in from 630. Takeaway: does anyone want to play avoidance ball? Case, that's on the podcast.
On the
What's
Brian
there?
and Kenzie podcast today, there's a whole bunch of stuff. What a busy show this was. We talked about Kenzie finally getting to meet the Hobbits over the weekend, a full breakdown of that utterly delightful story. That's going to be on the Brian and Kenzie podcast. We also talked about Brian's weekend of excess. He's been telling us post Lollapalooza he's ready to lock in and change his body. Instead, he had multiple dishes with cheese before 10:30 a.m. on Friday and didn't exactly slow down from there. We also talked about the teen that was charged with relentlessly attacking a classmate in dodgeball in Arizona over the weekend. That full breakdown, including an excerpt from their interview with TMZ on the Brian and Kenzie podcast.
Late takeaway from Alex, and takeaway, we really did feel this morning. Takeaway, rip Hayden Panettiere. Also, Kenzie, don't buy an Escalade. If you were thinking
Not
about
for
it.
me.
Can't
Yeah.
park that.
Can't do it.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.